Hello, guys. I was reading a news. The Wired magazine has published a news 2 days ago, which is about some hackers, ethical hackers, got into Kia cars only by looking at the number plates. From the number plates, they got the VIN. From VIN, they got the access to the Kia's car dealers application. From cars application, they could locate the car. They could honk the horns. They could start the engine. They could unlock the car. There are so many things that can be done. Basically, the point here is as we move on with the cars evolutions and the connected features that these companies are giving to us, it is not only about Kia. It is about Toyota, Hyundai, Kia, then all Mercedes Benz even. So some of the more typical problems here are as these manufacturers are trying to give us more and more connected features, so to say, that are connected to the company servers or internet to make decisions or to operate smoothly. These problems are becoming even more prominent because the connection, just like any other internet connection, it is also vulnerable to cybersecurity threats. So in manufacturers, from a manufacturing company's parlance, they are more worried about embedded security in the cars, whereas they must also look at web security now because they are giving more and more features wherein the owners can access the car from using their smartphones. For example, if I want to know my car's location, I can very easily go to smartphone. I can go to the manufacturer's Kia app in that case, and then the Kia app will get connected to the Kia server. Kia server will get connected to the car. The SIM will get activated, and the GPS location of the car will be communicated to the Kia server. From Kia server, it will come to my application. I can see it on my screen. So now, if I'm owner, it is a good feature. But if this strength or this power goes to wrong people's hands, then it can be very difficult because unnecessary people can get access to your car, not only from the location perspective but also from the functionality perspective, because as these manufacturers are giving more and more connected features, so to say, your AC can be started remotely. You can unlock the cars remotely. You can uh, uh, you can basically do so many things for remotely using the car, using the smart apps and applications, and your connectivity to the Kia server, the OEM, the manufacturer server, and then manufacturer server communicates with the car, and then the commands are executed. So in this specific instance, so the Wired magazine has mentioned an experiment that was done in, I think, February, March, June, July of this year, wherein three ethical hackers tried to get access to Kia cars in Colorado, America, wherein they had just to look at license plate. From the license plate, they got the information about the VIN. From VIN, they could log into the Kia web portal as a user, as a owner, and from web portal, they could send commands to the car that was right in front of them. They could unlock it. They could honk the horns. They could honk, and then there are so many other things that can be done. They can even start the car. So my point here is, as these connected features become more and more prevalent, manufacturers and the users should also focus on not only embedded security but also about web security, because these manufacturers are basically increasing the attack surface. As a cybersecurity professional, we say that we need to keep attack surface as little as possible, as minimum as possible, so that we can then control it in a better fashion. Obviously, we cannot control everything, but at least we can make sure that attack surface itself is less in data parlance. Similarly, with cars, if you are actually giving all these connected features and some nefarious or some antisocial elements can get access to these kind of features, then obviously it can be a very difficult situation. Just to give example, some these hackers or negative people can always take control of your car. Let us say for example, you are driving down the highway at 80 kilometers or 100 kilometers. These people can stop your car midway. They can make sure that the brakes don't function. They can make sure that AC is not functioning, or it can function. It is functioning erratically. So the control from the owner has moved on to the person who is managing the car remotely with the application, using the application. This is what is the problem with the connected cars is. So there are so many positives, but also is the negative side of connected features, so to say. Secondly, the ransomware, for example, in current situation, data is used as a ransom. Somebody will get access to your data, they will encrypt it, and they will call you and ask for a ransom. If you are not paying certain amount in cash or kind, then your data will be lost. And if you are ready to pay, and if you are paying the amount asked, ransom that is, then you may get the data back. Similarly, if with the connected features and the lack of security, Your cars also can get stolen, can get hijacked, can get hacked, wherein with the passengers inside, you can get a call from these hackers stating that your car has been hijacked, and if you don't do XYZ, we will do ABC. So these are the situations which are extremely threatening. These are very bad situations. This is about individual, but even from I was watching one of the movies which was about the end of the world, and then autonomous vehicles were very common, very normal in that movie.
Okay. You see anyone?
There's nobody here.
Hey, someone's coming. Yo!
Clay, get in the car!
Oh, wait, shouldn't we wait and talk to him?
Get in the fucking car right now!
All right. What are you doing? Should we flag him down? Maybe they know something.
There's no one in that car!
Mom, are you letting this car go?
So one of the actors, I think, what they do is they send a command to all the autonomous vehicles to reach to a certain location and not braking. So all these 50, 100, 500, 1,500, 5,000 cars go towards the same location and they get crashed. So this is also a DDoS or distributed denial of services attack. So these kind of situations can happen. It can happen to medical equipments, medical vehicles, it can happen to vehicles related to administration, it can happen to vehicles related to army or defense, it can happen to anybody for common population. Let us, for example, people are moving across the expressway and there are hundreds of thousands of cars, and if at the same time they all start behaving erratically, I'm sure you can imagine the situation. So as we move on this connected feature scenario of cars, as a production engineer, petrol head, I tend to think that the cars or the vehicle should be mechanical themselves. Electronics should be as little as possible, so that all the control is with the driver of the car. Though you may not get that facility of connecting you by using the smartphones, etc., but let the cars remain mechanical. That will be better for all of us, especially against the backdrop of this attack surface and web security and web threats. Thank you very much.